tools.
Okay, an ad manager.
Yep, advertise ads manager. And then it'll set up your ads account.
There we go. And create.
And click create. And then you're going to choose your campaign objective. So the campaign objective for getting more leads is you can click out of there.
Click out of here. Okay.
Yeah. So the selection there where it says lead, oh, go back to create. So your campaign objective for leads here, if you select that, this is going to give you access to create those forms that we talked about and keep people within the Facebook platform. So you want to select leads and hit continue. And the instant, so where are we? Hold on one second. Let me go to where you are.
I'm sure that the campaign name, I can make whatever I want.
So the campaign name would want to be something that you are going to remember, because this is what you're going to see when you go in. So I would use a date and I would use the type of campaign that you're running and something about the creative that you want to use or the goal. So if your
Solar
goal
panel
outage, there you go, and today's date, so that you, when you're looking at it, you know the time frame in which you started this.
Okay. I just want to click on create. I'm like, what's create template? What does that look like? Nothing's there. Okay. All right.
So the categories, there shouldn't be any special categories, but if there were something that was related to, if you had something related to housing, like opportunities or employment opportunities, that's what that special ads category is.
Okay.
And then the rest of this for now, we're going to leave alone.
Okay. What about this says a buying type auction? What is that?
Yeah, you want to leave
Just
that.
Okay. Okay.
And then you're going to click on your new leads ad set underneath your solar panel name all the way at the top left. And you're going to
the set. Okay.
Yeah. If you just click on it, it'll open it up. And you want to name that new leads ad set with, again, whatever type of form. It's going to be basically the same name, but if you were to have multiple ad sets, this is where you would differentiate between the two with, like, if you were going to try different images, say, or you wanted to try different audiences. If there were two ad sets that you were using, you'd want to make sure that this ad set name differed from another one if you were doing an A/B kind of split test. In this instance, you could just be more general if you're only going to have one.
Well, and this one will direct, like my husband will be paying for this, so I'll just put his name on it.
Okay.
Because he has other salespeople. So.
Gotcha. So he could create another ad set under, like, you could duplicate this ad set under it if he wanted to compare how, one person's area did to another, like maybe his other salesperson was in a different area, so that was the differentiator between the two, that kind of thing. So that's fine. We want to select on the conversion type the instant forms.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and maximum number of leads. That's what you're gonna leave it as. And then you
Okay.
want to select the Facebook page. So you want to make sure you're connected to the correct page.
Got it.
Okay. So for the budget, I suggest starting at about $5 a day. It's up to you, whatever your budget is, but I wouldn't go lower than $5 a day.
And is this per day? Like, oh,
Yes.
okay.
Mhm. So that's cost per result, but keep scrolling down.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, in that one where it's got daily
the
budget.
daily budget.
Yeah, just change that one.
Okay. Hold on, let me do some math. Like, okay, I can go up to 7. I'll just do
Well,
7.
you can start with 5 and see what
Okay.
happens. And I
Okay.
I recommend leaving it an open-ended date, not to put in an end date.
Okay.
But if you wanted to start running this tomorrow, say, you could put start date tomorrow, because if not, it's going to start right away.
Nobody's on Facebook today.
What I do is I let mine open-ended, and then if I want to stop it early, I just go in and click there's an on-off switch. So
Okay.
you could switch it off, for instance, for a weekend and then switch it back on again Monday.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I suggest doing that at the in this level that we're in now, in the ad set level. All right, so then the audience, you are going to select in here where it is that you want to go. So you don't have any custom audiences in yet. We're going to create a new custom audience. So at the top where it's got the little looking glass.
Oh, yes,
And
right here.
Yeah, so we're going to create a custom audience.
Okay. Should I do solar panels? I don't want people that already have solar panels. Like, so the people I'm looking for specifically right now is a place, it's Floyd Knobs. It's the county. Like Floyd Knobs.
Right, so underneath, right underneath where you are is the location. So if you see where, when you hover it, you get the edit, there you go. So that's where you're going to put in your zip codes. So it's not going to be the United States. It's going to be search locations. You can X out of the United States, and the search locations, you're going to put in like your, whatever your zip code is, and surrounding zip codes.
There we go.
And you can continue to add whatever surrounding zip code you want.
I always find it so weird when you say zip codes because we don't have zip codes.
Oh. I mean, for now, I'm like happy with that. I don't know what the other ones are. Hold on. Hey Siri. What's the zip code in Sellersburg, Indiana? Okay. This is all kind of rural. Like there's nothing to the north here. I could do Louisville.
You can also do it on the map, you know, like select pin spots on the map, but whatever is easiest. Yeah, you see where
Okay.
you've got the radius around it. Mm-hmm.
We do up to 15. Okay, very good.
Okay, so then if you scroll down a little bit from there.
Ah,
It
Okay.
has age. So you're going to want to put in your target age audience. So, you know, are most of your customers over 35 or over 30, or, you know, what are they?
Well, they're homeowners, so I
We
just,
will be able to select something along those lines down below, but for here, as far as the
Okay.
age goes,
I have no idea what their target audience is, age-wise. I really feel like there's gonna, I mean, I'm only doing so many because the area is so small. I wonder if keeping that open like that will be okay.
yeah, well, I mean,
I don't know.
you know, you could always do comparative. We'll see on the right hand side, it gives you your estimated audience size. So right now you're at,
I took it down. I was like, I wanted to see.
see there, it's
I-
got estimated audience size of 70,000. See audience
see that.
definition.
Yes.
See there? Yeah. So it tells you approximately how many people you're targeting. So there you're going to leave all genders, I assume.
Yeah. Well, and right now, I mean, I can test it and do wider, but I know that these people ran out of electricity, and I know they are sick of running out of electricity because they're kind of rural, and then I also know that the electric company and stuff. So I'm like, I'll just keep it small. I took Louisville off and made it a little smaller. That might be bad sometimes, but in this case, for this ad, I think because it's just, I'm really targeting those people that we just worked their area. And I'd rather just like spend a lot of money and filter it right to those people and have them see it over and over again.
Yeah, that's a good
Yep.
idea.
So under the detailed targeting,
Here.
yes. So that's where you're going to add their behaviors. So you can look for homeowner. Let's see if that, mine comes up with homeowner association. We can look for different, you know, different interests. They actually have an interest of solar power in there.
Yeah, I just clicked that one. I think I got that one already. I think, did you see a different one?
It says solar power, energy and utility. Yeah, that's the same one.
Okay. And then I'm like, I was trying our high school. Okay, that didn't work. At demographics.
So is anything like that they would have an interest in, like just put home, for instance, type in home, see what comes up with just that.
They've
Okay.
got you, and then you can also do household income.
Like home improvement, I'm guessing it's some kind of home improvement if they have solar panels.
Yeah, there's definitely
It would be if it was
improvement
UK,
ones.
like it'd be a home improvement. So
I did home improvement, home and garden, home repair.
yeah.
I would think also, oh, here's interest in hobbies.
Yeah, so just clicking in that one and keep adding different things.
Okay. Sure, why not? Wildlife conservation. Okay, I can get the gist. I can add more of these later. I don't
You
mind
can
coming back.
also choose household income. So they've got income ranges in the like the top 10% of income in that zip code down to
Where do I do
that
that?
same area. If you type in household income,
Oh, okay.
so that's going to narrow them down, and a lot of people target the top 10%. So sometimes it costs you more to select them, just to let you know. But that option is there.
Well, when it comes to solar, I'm pretty much replacing their electric bill. with the solar bill, but this is an influential area. This whole county, Floyd County, is all influential.
Mhm.
So now it's 45 to 53. Hold on, I want to see what it changed. Yeah, like the numbers went up when I put the income in. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's okay.
Ah, that's funny. Okay, done.
And then scroll down a little bit. Let's just see if you've got the reach.
I'm at the bottom. It's not, oh, it's verifying your edits.
Okay, so you can choose to select the advantage detailed targeting that says reach people beyond your detailed targeting audience when it's likely to improve performance. That's a little checkbox. You can choose to select that or not.
What do you think?
I
Considering what I'm doing.
I usually select it when it's not, like, because your detailed targeting is regional, you can play with it and see if you select that. If in the first couple days you're getting people outside of that region, then I would deselect it. For mine, they're pretty global, so I usually select it because it improves performance.
Okay.
But you just,
Yeah, I don't want to start getting people from other states because we only service like 200 miles within our area
yeah.
or less.
I mean, I
90
don't know
minutes,
that it would.
an hour.
It's just one of those things when you're doing such a small target area. All right,
Let's see
so
what
then
happens.
we're gonna go under we're gonna go down to the ad itself. So on the left-hand side, yeah,
Okay, hold on.
put your husband's name and the ad set there.
Okay, would you put a date
There
on
you
here
go.
too? Or just,
Well, because it's gonna save to that page, so I would put his name
okay.
so you know it's the one that you did. All right,
Okay.
so then on the left-hand side, we're gonna click on the new leads ad because we're gonna go down to the ad level. And this is where you're actually gonna create the ad creative. So we wanna make sure the Facebook page is correct. You can choose to attach to an Instagram account. And this is where your Chat GPT friend comes in handy because we need to actually put in the image, text, and creative here.
Okay.
So your primary text is like all of this stuff under the text.
Oh, hold on.
Go back to the tab. Ads manager was the third one. You're on the first one. So go back.
I can't see it
Or the
because of the
fourth
black,
one.
the black bar from. Oh, there, I
You
missed it.
you can move the
Got it.
bar. Yeah, there you go.
Ah, you girls
you-
are so patient with me. Okay.
You can move the zoom bar is what I was trying to say.
Yeah. I got it.
All right, so scroll down a little bit. All
How
right,
far down?
keep going. So we are going to have to come up with an image, and you would
Yes.
add that image right there where it says add media. We don't want to do a carousel.
Oh, right here. Okay,
Yeah.
add creative, add media. Okay.
Yeah, and the primary text is where you want to put most of your information. You are going to want to use Chat GPT for this.
Okay.
The headline is exactly what it sounds like. And this is what's going to show up on the bottom next to the button. So the headline needs to be like, take survey on your recent power outage or something like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Something to get them to click.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about like tired of dragging out your generator.
That can be in the primary text, but the headline is going to go next to the button that's your call to action. So your call to action can be like, learn more,
So the
or get
primary text
offer,
is,
or get quote.
My
What's that?
my primary text is tired of the content creation grind, ? Level up your content game is my primary text. And my headline is rule your content game, effortless content with our, and then it's for my packs. So for you,
Where mine
like your
was,
primary
I
text would
had
be something like, sorry, go on.
Well, I mean, ChatGPT can you put in Facebook Ads Manager, you go into Content Genius and go to, I don't know what the exact name of this one is, and it'll give you like what to put on here. But for me, the call to action was to download a freebie. So it was, the top 10 business tools free download. Or free download top 10 business tools. The primary text was, I can't remember what it is exactly, but it was the top 10 online business tools for savvy female entrepreneurs.
Like
So
I would think something like your primary text would be, like you said, tired of dragging out your generator, or tired of losing your power, ?
I'm sure when I type
the
this in,
primary
it'll then
text.
pop
And
up.
then what I'm saying is the headline is the one that's next to the button.
Yeah, it's
So
next to the
that's got to
button.
be
Yeah.
your call to action.
Okay, line next to button.
Yeah,
That's
when
my
you
call to
start
action.
typing it, it'll change the preview so you can see it as you
Yeah, you'll see
create it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the primary goes above the ad, like what we would put.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the description, they're only going to see that if they click into it, as if it were a post. So it's not that important to have a description because most people aren't going to see it anyway.
Okay.
So you can do that later, but I want to show
Yes.
you when you scroll down to where it says destination.
Okay.
This is where we need to create the form. So if you click create form, this is the inline form within Facebook. So I would leave it on more volume. You want to name your form something relevant. So when you go to the drop down for this, it's the one that you wanted for this campaign. So name it something similar to your campaign and what the objective is.
Okay.
Now, just so you know, you can save a draft to come back to this because it does ask for images. Now you can use the same image from your ad, or you can create an image for the form itself. So when you go to intro, it'll ask you that.
Okay. Well, and I have, so I can play with it for a second because I have photos right here. Might be too big, but there. Ta-da! Like that.
Okay. You might, you might want to have a full image instead of just a header banner.
Okay.
And then you have headline text and instructions. So again, just thinking about what kind of questions you want to ask them on this form, what kind of information you want to capture. That's what you are going to put here in the intro for your headline.
Okay. And then there's questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So capturing, name, email, whatever other demographic information that you want to ask. You want to make note of what information here. When you go into Social Connector, you will be able to connect directly to this form. So as long as you have these fields in your Social Connector, it's going to transfer. You'll be able to map them. The mapping process is very simple. Just kind of like a heads up.
Okay.
You do need to have a privacy policy. So your husband's company on their web page, I'm sure they've got a privacy policy. So you just want to go to their web page and take the URL from that privacy policy, and you would link it here.
I see it.
So you would just copy and paste that URL into the privacy policies link where it says add link.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the message after they submit.
Okay, great.
And then here's where you can send them to your funnel. So I would do something that directs them in the headline, like, thanks, you're all set. Please click the link below to, whatever your call to action is. And then you can add the funnel URL.
Okay.
And then that form, once you are done and publish it, it'll show in the drop down. So you can save draft for this one if you'd like, so you can come back to it.
Okay. I did hit it. It's just staying there.
So
but
I think you just close it out, X out.
Have to move your pretty face for a minute. Okay, there we go. It's fine. There's nothing there. Okay.
But it will show if you see where it says form type. So you see the draft. So it'll show there for you to select when you're done with it, when you have it published.
Okay.
And if you have any kind of tracking, I'm sure there's some kind of CRM event that you can set up within Social Connector. However, you'll be able to, once you create that form, you'll be able to go in and map it in Social Connector, and then it's going to show you all the leads that come in through this. And then basically, you are just going to click publish when you are done, and it'll go into review.
Okay. And then they'll review it, and then they'll start to run it when they're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you. Can you show me how you connect it so that it'll go into the Social
Map the form
Connector?
in Social Connector.
Yeah, can you show your screen and maybe show me that part, since obviously we can't do that part yet since I haven't built it.
Rachel will show you hers because I don't have.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're on a tablet. Because I really want to make sure that I connect. I want to use the software properly.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And so I would love for them to file in there and then.
Yes, if I can remember, Rachel, I'm sure you remember where it is.
I have no idea. But I'm soon going to. It's mapping, right? Yeah.
If it is.
Is that what it's called? I'm sure it is called mapping.
Facebook
Why is this help center not showing? Yeah.
Mhm.
It's under business integrations, I want to say. Business profile integrations. Yeah. So go back. I know where it is. Okay. So go under integrations. Facebook form fields mapping. Your social connector tool. Yeah. So when you have a Facebook form, it's going to show here. And if you go to on the, see where she has status and then a green checkbox. When your form isn't set up, there's going to be a green button that says map fields. And it's going to look like this when you click. You were in the right spot. It's going to show the form field and the social connector field, and you're going to go to the drop down, like where it says first name in the drop down. And if it's not correct, you're going to change it to the correct field. For the most part, social connector chooses the correct one when you use these types of things. And then you're just going to click save instead of update. But because Rachel's already done it, it says update for her. And then it's going to show this, the status. You're going to want to make sure that the status is blue and active, and you'll have a green check when everything is mapped, and you are good to go. And that's it.
And then what does that, how do I get that to trigger like my workflow or?
Okay, so when you go to your sites, I'm sorry, when you go to your
It's automation.
automation,
I'm just going to go into mine.
and you go into your workflow that is associated with your funnel,
There.
you will select add new workflow trigger, and you'll type in Facebook lead form submitted.
It comes up
And
here.
then you'll select that, and the lead form, you'll change the workflow trigger name if you select it. Yeah.
I've already got mine here.
Yeah.
So you'll change the workflow trigger name to the Facebook lead form itself, and then you'll add filter in form, and then the forms will be there.
You'll click it and
Yeah.
it'll already be there to select.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just make sure you save trigger when you go out.
I see. And then can I get it to fill out the rest of the survey, you think? Or should I just ask all the questions? I'll play with that Facebook, but
So this is a workflow here. If you, if you're gonna send them to the funnel, to your, I'm sorry, if you're gonna send them to your,
survey.
yeah, to your funnel page, if you're gonna send them to the funnel, then they're gonna start from the beginning of the funnel. If you have a
No,
workflow that you,
I wasn't thinking of sending them to the funnel, just the rest of the survey. Like I need some more data that I'm not sure Facebook's gonna let me ask them before I can.
I'm not sure how your funnel is set up. If you've got the survey on a separate page of the funnel that you want to send them just to that page.
Do you want me to show it to you?
Sure. Can try to
Do you have time?
troubleshoot.
Okay. I don't even have it open yet today. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Automations. Oh, wait, here's my site.
Okay, so what?
So I have
Yours-
so that's my funnel, but this is the survey. Now, this was already imported like this, so then I just came in and edited it. So what happens was they click on, I go to my funnel, they click on the funnel. Obviously, I mean, this is gonna be a little different, but here's the funnel itself. Not they would have, this works a little different than I thought it worked, but they will click here and then it opens up the survey. This is the survey. So the survey asks them, like I have to have their address to Google the house to then.
So you're already gonna ask them this in Facebook.
Okay.
So the next page, is there another page that you ask them more questions? So
Yes.
I would see what the slide to URL is and direct them to this
Okay.
to you know, finish the survey.
Or maybe I could even take this part off.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I would, so you should be able to, because the slides are like separate pages.
Yeah.
So you should be able to direct them to start at page 2 once they complete the initial information on Facebook. So
Okay.
when you go in the form, it gives you that URL option to, you know, send them along to continue. So in there, you could say like, you know, you've qualified to get a, you know, a solar quote or something like that to redeem whatever. And then direct them to that URL that starts them at slide 2. You don't want them to fill out the information again in form 1.
Right.
I mean, I might just check with Jeremy to see if there's some way to link that information, but since they're already a lead, I don't think should be a problem.
Okay.
That would be my suggestion.
Yeah, that's good.
And then once they fill out the survey, then what happens on your,
Oh, okay. And then my workflow.
do you have a workflow
Thank
set
you.
up?
I do. So here's my workflow. And I'm really proud of it because I worked really hard on it. So once they submitted the survey, it would trigger. So I think that'll still work if I'm Facebook and they do their, no, I would still want to do the Facebook one, wouldn't I? I can delete the submit survey.
I
would
wouldn't
have it.
delete it, but you can do like an if then type of scenario where you you create a condition, like what happens if somebody goes through the Facebook lead form but they don't complete the rest of the survey. Like you still want them to go into some part of the workflow, right?
Yeah.
So you would want the trigger, you would want to keep that lead form trigger activated, but if that person also completed the rest of the survey, you know, you would just kind of have to figure out like where you want them to go after that happens. So like if they did both, that's cool, they would go through the workflow, but if they only did one or the other, you would want them to go into what? Would you still assign to a user and do all of that? Would it go through the rest of the workflow?
Yeah. It would be fine to go through the workflow. I have it set up as like, the idea was the funnel is like, hey, get your free quote on solar, see if you qualify for the government rebates before they end. And then it adds a tag, starts sending out like, okay, it'll be there in 3 business days. Check your email, your quote should be there, or no, set an appointment so we can talk about your customized quote. It kind of goes through. So they could fill out the Facebook or the survey directly. I guess I'm like confused because I really thought the whole funnel was going to be like boom up on was the lead, right? Or was the like ad, and they click on the funnel and it takes them all into this and automatically, but now I see it works a little different. So my brain is just wrapping around that, which is fine. Like, why build a
You
funnel?
can
and
have
keep-
them go directly to the funnel. You certainly, you can create a different type of ad to do that. I would be interested to see how well it performs against the inline forms, though.
Yeah, me too.
The ad cost is going to be higher. And I would you want to look at your click-through rate, and you want to look, like when you go back to look at the performance in your account overview.
Yeah.
On your campaigns, your conversion rate and that cost per result is going to be what you'll